full wide double slot. We picked this up from Coach Rajkovic and Rob did a tremendous job of teaching it, in particular the wide receivers. We have a humble peeking, which is basically no back unbalanced. And I'll show you a picture there. We got choice, we got out, in and under, and I'll show you that here in just a second. The storm. What I did, guys, is we sort of go with, that's our no back package right there, is storm. And what we did is we basically have a quads right, quads left, and we call it thunder to the right, light to the left. And it's a quads open concept, no back, and it's basically an unbalanced passing game. But these are primarily our pass formations. Except we'll run sweeps, counters, and draws, and we'll direct snap to our fullback when he's in the backfield. And basically everything up front is pretty much base blocking and trap blocking. Now to get you a visual look at it, this is how it looks. Our power set, this is what our power set looks like at the top. We base our unbalance with the blocking back between the quick and strong tackle. Guys, from left to right, I'll go through these real quick. This first kid here, this is how we call our positions. We call him a split end. We call the next guy, we call him our quick guard. That's our center. We call him what we call our strong guard, quick tackle, strong tackle, and tight end. And like I said, we got our wing back, blocking back, and we have our quarterback, which is 4 to 4.5 yards behind the center. And our fullback is lined up toe to toe on our quarterback with about a 6-inch variance between them. And that's what we call our power set. Our rainbow set is where we take our blocking back and put him underneath the center, snap underneath his legs. This is still this is our fullback. We teach our fullback full spinner steps, and we teach our quarterback our half spin steps, which is our T series. And that way, because to me, I don't want to confuse our kids, and so basically we delegate that our fullback will be taught not to full spin stuff. And our quarterback will be taught our T stuff, where that way we can just work individually with those two guys to make sure we get their steps down. When we call out a particular play, they know where they're going to go. But in Rambo, basically our quarterback's going to line up. He's going to go ahead and, depending on where we're at, a lot of the times if we're in a tight formation, our alignment between our split end and our quick guard is basically to delegate a little out to the defensive tackle between the two of them. If there is, then their splits are usually around 1.5 foot. But if there isn't, there's just like a 9 technique to the outside of the split end. Maybe somebody between our quick guard and center, we'll go ahead and go to 3 feet. And so if it's 3 feet, our quarterback knows to stagger inside the foot of the split end. If there's a tight compress because of the defensive tackle, he knows he lines up directly over the split end, where his line is. That way it sort of guarantees us good timing on the mesh and stuff, on the snap. And this is all full spinner stuff, which you guys will see here on film in just a minute. Rocky formation, once again, is just double wing with this rainbow, just a double wing look. And we do that just to make defense is leery of it, before they start thinking of double wing stuff, where they think, oh god, the team got stuff, all this crap. And we just sort of do, we still run a lot of the same plays that we run out of Rambo. We just get this different look. We run a lot of option out of this. This is another name. This is the triple spinner we do. This is where it's a little bit different. And what we do is our blocking back is basically between the center and strong guard. And depending on how big it is, our blocking back is 6'6", 250. And he is, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, he only played, he was a sophomore for us this year. He was 6'5", 242 on his physical last year as a sophomore. We got his physical today, he's 6'6", 250. He was at the Missouri K-State and KU camp, and he ran a 4.9 at all camps, and he had a 27-inch vertical. And I've already gotten a couple phone calls about the kid, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's out there early this year. But he's basically a tight end prototype, and at all these camps he went to the tight end individual coaches who went to tight ends, and they've already called me and told me I'm impressed with the kid. But anyway, what the deal is that's where he lines up, and we'll give him the ball 2 or 3 times a game just to give him a stiff to get him all excited about it when he gets to touch the ball, since he knows he's going to block 95% of the time. But we do throw the ball to him. We're going to throw it to him a little bit more this year just because of his aggressiveness and the way we allow him to grow. And we use the safe squat device at our high school, and he safe squatted 700 pounds the other day, so he should be a pretty good physical athlete by the time he gets done. The Oklahoma offense, guys, this is the balance formation we use. Then you've got your blocking back is basically not in this thing, but what we're going to do is put him in one of the wing backs. We've got a fullback and a quarterback in the back end. And so that's basically our power set, our power formations. If you guys want to see hunch, I'll show you how we do hunch real quick. This is sort of bizarre, so don't laugh at me when I show it to you. This is what we call hunch. Okay? This is what we do. We take our quarterback and put him here. And we take our smallest lineman What we did last year is we went ahead and substituted personnel, and we just yell hunch, and we take all of our kids that are the big boys up front. And we get down, this is our smallest line, this is our center, and what we do is we just go flip the foot. 9, 10, we take our fullback or our best back and put them right there. And what we do is we have our center snap it. Anybody their dog knows who's getting the ball, which we don't care. But what we do up front is the second guy from center, which is this guy right here. And what we did was this, is last spring I picked this up from Coach Ward, which I've already visited on a little bit of lunch. We took what he called a solid blocking protection, where you basically step and basically it's a wedge concept or an inside zone concept. Basically you're stepping into a gap. And this guy is the one that makes the call, depending on where he sees defensive personnel. And I will promise you this, if you play against a 4-3 team, this is what we've seen a lot. We see this, we see this, we see this, we see this. Those are the bubbles you're attacking. When you got one linebacker covering 1, 2, 3 gaps, common sense tells you that's where you're going to go. So basically what we've done is this. Is the one rule we did learn is you basically all do is we're going to step. Everyone's going to step. This is what they're doing. They're basically stepping together, it creates just a huge wedge, and their rule basically is not to read the wedge. So we work on that. We utilize some of the same trick that Coach Curry used. Put it in our camp in the summer. Our kids just fell in love with it, and we just got to the point where we actually let anybody that wanted to try to break our hunch. Here probably didn't develop a game with it. We let anybody that wanted to line up on the defense side of the ball. We said, if you break the hunch, these guys, our hunt personnel had to run for it. And so basically they were, basically set up a drill or just a game with it. So you had 8 or 9 guys out here line up anywhere they wanted in the ball snap. If they broke through our wedge, and these guys had to run for it. And I can promise you that it rarely ever happened. But anyway, let's go to attacking bubbles is what we do. The one rule we learned as we went into the season, you'll see it on film, our tight end, basically he's taught to step with everybody as they go, and they're overlapping their feet, basically keeping their shoulder pads together as they get movement upfield. We told our tight end, we told him that you're looking for a defensive player. If there's a defensive player 2 gaps or more down, which means if they got a tackle here or somebody down, you look to your inside. If there's no defensive personnel, then the 2 gaps closest to you, then you're automatic rules to block the defensive end. Because what we found is the secret would come from outside, and we'd get 3 or 4 yards, but this is the guy making the tackle from behind, and we'll get 3 or 4 yards of the field. And you'll see it on film, but that's basically what we call our hunch set. And we do it, heck, we do 3rd and 7 sometimes, we put in 2nd, 1st and 10. We just did it at various times in the game just to screw people up on film and trying to break it down.
City could effectively relate to the bubble or at a gap.
It's at a bubble. Basically it's at a gap. So here's how we do it. There's that guy right there is checking to his left and to his right. And what the deal is, if there's nobody at all in either gap, then he has the option to call him whatever he wants. So if he says right, that means he's stepping with his right foot first, and that tells everybody to the right of him they're stepping with their left foot, is what it means. And that tells everybody to his left they're stepping with their right foot. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Then as the play goes, they're just basically stepping, and they're in my right. That's how we teach it. And the gentleman from Florida was one about this.
Quick question. Is he the back stay in the wedge or going up, or is he looking for
The back, all he's doing is he's just finding any kind of crease at all and accelerating through it. The back has got a lot of speed like the ones we've had the last couple of years. Sometimes we'll just come to follow the wall, and as soon as they see daylight to break through it. And like I said, we try to keep telling our kids it's a short yardage offense, and in essence it is. Because it's really sort of unorthodox and stuff, and it's unlike anything you usually see. So we'll just do that. On a whim, we'll come out with 15 guys in line, and if you see a 4-man front, either out of a split or a 4-3, all of a sudden you come out with 10 guys in line scrimmage, then they got to decide whether they're going to slide or what they're going to do. There was one game where we had people, I can't remember the game it was, might have been the Caldwell game we played, but they came out and they put 7 guys down and put them on the interior line, and they tried to cut everybody. They just fired off in a submarine stance and tried to cut us. But what we did is that when they started doing that, we pulled everybody. And we ran student body. You know what I'm saying? So when the ball snap, we're taking the jam in the face mask of the defensive tackle. They're in the submarine thing. We're taking the jam in their ass to the ground. We're just pulling. And we're picking up first off color jersey, and no one crosses our face. So basically it's a moving wall. and we run sweep. And those are the two plays. Yeah, that's only two plays we got. Now, Coach Homer, my offensive line coach, he's thinking, Coach, we got to have this as our quarterback who can catch. We need to throw it here, snap over here, throw it back. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities of it, but I didn't want to deal with anyone we had to. Our hunch is just basically smash on football. We don't have our guys in this year that will see the better man is. And that's basically what our hunch formation is. Okay. Our spread, this is our spread package right here, guys. Our spread, like in Arizona, double slot, like I said, double slot, full wide. Like I said, our quarterback is around 5.5 to 6 yards. We incorporated more draws this year, so we went ahead and kept our quarterback more, honestly, probably closer to 5 yards, just because they need one step closer to line of scrimmage. Once the alleys were developed, allowing him to accelerate through on the draw packages. But that's our Arizona package. This is what we're calling Mohican. All we do on Mohican, I know that I think George calls it Iowa or something like that. I don't remember what he calls it. Is it Geronimo? And I know that's right. That's what it was. We call it Geronimo. We call it Mohican, which is another Indian name. So we use that. Basically, what this allows us to do, we still run, because what we did, we just basically split out our tight end split in, keep our blocking back, our wing back still in. We take our fullback, line them up with a slot. And what it does, it allows us an option to spread the defense out, but it still allows us to use our whole blocking rules with our interior linemen. We still run reverse, we still run what we call our buck dives, but instead of being to the fullback, it's to the quarterback. We can run counters out of it. We have run some counters out of it. Just things we like to do. Now this is what we call choice. What we call choice. It's automatic, it trips open. It's always going to be trips right. People ask, well, how can you never go trips left? And I said, because we don't. We're always, just because we want to try to get this in it. We just say, it's just choice. Our kids know by the word choice, it trips open. Now we have a concept called out, in, and under. This is out right now. This is our blocking back, the 6'6" kid. When we call choice out, he knows he's there. When we call choice in, he knows he's back here. Which gives us basically a shotgun with two backs, protecting the quarterback. We stay under, our blocking back goes under the center, snaps under the center. Our fullback knows he goes over here. And guys, we run the same stuff we do out of Rainbow. Does that make sense? We still got our full spinner stuff out of Rainbow, except we're out of spread formation. We got the defensive spread. What we like to do is we try to take strong safeties and put them what we want. And so this is you see a strong safety over here, which means the alleys pretty much up over here. We'll go, choice under, and they know what choice under, we'll just call it choice under 33. Basically, everyone's blocking down, blocking back under the center. He's going to kick out, and quarterback's going here, he's full spin, he's going right back underneath, but there's nobody out, because it's going to stay over here. So we get a trip over, and we'll shift into that. We'll get into our choice, and most of the time what we did last year, we shifted into it. We go choice out, or choice in. If we just say choice, our kids knew they were going to go out. If we said choice in, he knew it was in the back. If we say choice under, he knew it was underneath. And most of the time, it's a running play. Wasn't able to develop any passing play, but we just did it. And like I said, the storm, which we just call it storm, our kids know because of the Conway lightning tag on it. It's just quads open, which is four receivers over here and one over here. Four others, quarterback by himself. Basically, what we do is we try to, if we get any kind of man across the board, then we know we're going to run the quarterback draw off the ass because of the athlete we got right there. If if they go to the zone concept stuff, we look at a lot of the screens and just a quick underneath stuff. And it's just real quick. Our pass blocking our front is aggressive. We call it unaggressive. PRP protection, we're going to attack. And we're ready to attack the closest becoming zone. And if we get linebacker blitzing, we got the hot route, so we try to read off those kids. We try to keep people off balance with the hot route that we incorporate. So that's basically all of our formations for the 2001 season. That's exactly what we're going to use. Every spring we go back through, like I said, we go back to that branch and look at grades and break point out and see how the toes our athletes are. We feel they can grasp everything we're going to throw at them and we'll do it. And that's what we try to do. Real quick, Notre Dame series, guys. This is what we call Notre Dame series from our power set. Like I said, our wing back, once again, is going to be lined up over the quick guard. Our blocking back is going to be lined up between the strong guard and center. And then we've got our quarterback and our fullback. The alignments, basically, this is what our line is. Our line, basically, all the splits are 6 to 8 inches, which is based on all the power set stuff. Splits with the tight end splitter, usually 3 feet, depending on if there's a tackle and gap between, which I just talked to you guys about earlier. And then use your splits, take any kind of penetration that's field. Wing back is going to line up with his inside foot, just on the inside foot of the quick guard. So basically, if I'm the quick guard, if I'm the quick guard, now I'm in my stance, then I know that the wing back is going to line his inside foot up just to the inside of my foot, just right behind me. And we did that, and it took us about 2 hours, 3 hours to get all that stuff together. I'm talking in a progression of a week. I mean, it took us a week to get our timing down. Because it looked pretty ugly at first, but I stayed committed to it. I just told Coach Cotler I wanted to see if we could make it work. It was sort of my tribute to canoe riding after reading the book, Shake Down the Thunder Bay. So I said, hey, canoe is a little different.
Your linemen, are they crowd the line of scrimmage or back off or between?
They crowd line scrimmage. Unlike the double wing, I know they usually from the center, they're a lot deeper. We crowd line scrimmage. We're just going to line up on the hill of the center. That's what we do. And depending on the size of our lineman, you guys know with an unbalanced line, it can look like an airplane wing sometimes. And so basically, depending on the size of our lineman, we've got a short one, we've got a tall one, and basically our linemen along the line, basically what we want is our helmets to look nice and pretty. And our offensive line coaches, particularly when we start camp, we go right into our stance, our splits, our linemen, our huddle. They teach all that to our linemen. And basically they come out, they get into a point where they've got a routine where they get up and it's in a rhythm, where they know exactly the line. One guy may line up on the heels of the guy inside of him, another guy may line up on the mid-foot of the guy inside of him or outside of him. So basically once we get everything lined up, our helmets are one that we're where they're supposed to be.
Mark, I just saw your line.
Do I?
Go across the there and tell us how big your linemen are.
Our tight end this year is 6'5", 250. He is 6'3", 205. He is 6'3", 300. He's 6'2", 255, 6'1", 230. And the kid we hope will start as sophomore is 5'10", about 230. And our split is 6'5", 200. And our blocking back is 6'6", 250. And our midget, our fullbacks always are midgets. My fullback this year was 5'7", 170. But when you see him on film, he benched 355 and he stays squat at 650. And he's going to play neutral ball because he's not very tall. That's the proper credentials you have to have to make the next one. But to get that a lot of requires because of the size. And our quarterback we got coming back, he's 6'1", about 180. And he's a pretty talented kid. He's probably the most talented athlete I've had in the single now since I've been coaching. But anyway, what here is back to the wing back, this is what it lines. The blocking back lines up outside foot on the outside foot, strong guard. Top of stance basically allows the snap for blocking back when it keeps. And in the Notre Dame, that's the only offense that we basically run when we give him the ball. When we run rainbow, occasionally we'll just call it blocking back sneak. It's just like quarterback. It's the same concept. We try to wait it. In the blocking back, we run Notre Dame. We say blocking back keep, and then we're snapping the blocking back, and up front, we just use wedge up front. We have really kind of solid stuff with that particular formation. So, if the quarterback lets it in the line 4 yards deep, the inside foot on the crotch of the center. Basically, what we try to do is you want to make sure between your quarterback and fullback that you've got at least 4 to 6 inches. But with this formation, on average, that's what we have with this formation, because of what our wingback will do. Our quarterbacks in the parallel, we call our T-series footwork. Our quarterback, we run T-series is when our wingback goes between our quarterback and our fullback, and that fullback takes the rocker step back, and you guys are knowing about single wing. Our quarterback is going to take that off step where he's turning just like this, and basically that's what we call our T-series foot action, our footwork. So our quarterback does that, and this is the thing about it. If you guys read anything on the Dipsy Do, they talk about how everybody's taking the inside step, 2 backs are both spinning. I couldn't teach that to our kids. And on the state championship game, the Medford team, they actually ran a triple spinner look, and they had both backs spinning. But anyway, I'll show this is how we did it. So what we did is we let our quarterback keep the T-series footwork. Our fullback already knew the full spin footwork, and so we combined the 2 of them. And so we had to adjust our fullback to make sure that when he took that 10-inch pivot step, that he started on the ball to foot, and when he started his spin, as he turned it back to line of scrimmage, the quarterback was already turned, and that hits back to line of scrimmage where they were flush. Because initially when we tried doing it, our quarterback kept winding up about 1.5 feet in front of the fullback, and there was too much space, and you could see who had the ball, if that makes sense. Okay? So what we did to get our timing down, we just kept working on it. So finally we adjusted our little fullback to where he was approximately about a foot behind the quarterback. When he started his full spin, when he made his full turn, he was to the line of scrimmage, the quarterback to the line of scrimmage, and our wingback, our wingback is working his way between the quarterback and the fullback. His aim point was the inside hip of the fullback, and he carried out his sweep action. Our quarterback did his T-series movement, our fullback did his full spin movement, so at one point, you've got three guys with their backs to line of scrimmage. If that makes sense. Okay? So that's all we did it for. And like I said, it took just a little work to get it perfected and get it down. When I got it on film, if you guys need to go through it in a little more detail, I'll be more than happy to share with you how we teach that. But anyway, let's deal with the fullback. Like I said, he's going to line him from the quarterback, and he's going to give himself an extra 6 inches to a foot. That's what we did. And this year's fullback, I'm not sure what his steps are going to be until I work with him, as far as his exact his stance and where he's going to play. But the fullback's going to carry his full spin forward, and we're using our rainbow series. That way, the footwork of the fullback is what he's worked on every day of his life. The quarterback's something he works on every day of his life. You don't have to go teach them something new. It's something they already know. So we took those two elements, combined them, and we come up with what we call our Notre Dame offense. And out of that, here's the plays we got. Yes. The blocking back. The blocking back, they're just right behind. Basically, they're about a half a yard to a yard just behind the line of the offensive line. They're in a 3-point stance. Not 2-point, they're 3-point. We do that on I just did just to hide the blocking back. It's pretty hard to hide a 6'6" kid. I'm actually just going to stand up. So I don't want to run behind his ass as long as we can do it. I can tell you that. Anyway, like I said, during the Notre Dame series, on every snap, at one point, I'll bring back the back line scrimmage. The defense must turn the football. The offense plays around. This is what we run. We run 33, which is our fullback trap to the weak side of the line. 34 is fullback trap to the strong side of the line. 19 is the quarterback sweep to the short side. 48 is the wingback sweep to the long side, or to the strong side. And 48 boot pass is actually a half of our wingback pass, so it is. When we use 49 T-boot actions, I'll use the T-boot actions to play action with. So basically, I got it, and we'll draw it up here in just a second. The blocking back keep, once again, that's what we do with him, is we just snap direct the blocking back. And our backs, like I said, guys, are numbered. Our backs are numbered like this. In the power set. Our wing back is our 4-back, our blocking back is our 2-back, our fullback is our 3-back, and our quarterback is our 1-back. And so basically, as far as the whole student is concerned, this is our 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8 is anything outside. 1, 3, and 9. We don't have a 5 or 7 up because it means to use the short side. That's our whole numbering system right there. So if we want to run a play, we want to call 16 cards, and basically everybody knows the 1-back and the 6-hole. 32 Buckeyes. Here's how we do it. Like I said, with George and stuff, the way that he's been taught it and how Robin was taught it, to me, that's what he learned from his roots. What I had to take from being a quarterback and sort of the modern systems, take the stuff that I've been taught and learned to me from the time I was a player and try to put it in my terminology. So I still try to use some of the more modern terminology where our backs are numbers that are relevant to the majority of the modern systems, our whole numbering. What we do is that when we go power left, we'll actually flop the holes go with it. So when we go power left, all of our even holes are going to be the left, or our holes to the right. And it just takes some time to get used to it. But that's basically what we got. Let's see here. The alignment, like I said, between our power set for 4 to 4.5 yards deep. Fullbacks heel to toe with approximately 6 inches between the two backs. Our blocking back is behind the quick tackle and strong tackle, approximately a yard deep. Wing back is lined up 2 yards by 1 yard. That's what we're teaching, 2 by 1. That's what we're teaching. So basically, that's how our backs are numbered. And that's how our holes are basically run over. I'll show you real quick some of the plays we run real quick. This is 33. Okay. From 33, basically it tells us this is our 3-back. So this is the one getting the ball. It's our fullback. This is our quarterback. So when the ball is snapped, our wingback knows that his aim point is the inside hip of our fullback. So that's where the mesh is going to take place, because he's taking that 10-inch pivot step and he's starting to spin on the ball with the foot. His back is almost in line of scrimmage as the mesh is met with the wingback. He works his way through 2 backs. Okay. He carries out his fake if he doesn't get the ball. quarterback has made his T-spin, where both backs are now got their backs to the line of scrimmage. The wing back comes through, so all three backs have their back to the line of scrimmage. Okay? So then, what we do is we take our blocking back. We apply our three-hole principle, depending on where the defensive personnel are. Majority of the time, we'll kick it out of defensive end, so we're going to block everything down. Blocking back's going to kick out. We'll take and pull our strong tackle, lean them up in the hole, sort of a counter scheme, and the fullback's going to spin around and go right back to the hole. That's what we call 33. Okay.
What's your quarterback doing?
Quarterback, what he does is he takes the half, like I said, the T-shirt footwork, puts the hand on the hip, and he boots out weave forward. That's what he does. Now, if there's an outside back or a corner, they've got to honor that. Sometimes the end lead widens, this is a better trapper lane for our blocking back. So we'll do it. So he's going to carry out sweep left, he's carrying out sweep right, and then our fullback's attacking up the middle. Get a stronger weave, strong side or weak side. So basically, it gives you 4 points of attack. The defense has to be worried about it. They got to decide if we're going to attack sweep weak, sweep strong, or we're going to trap it weak or trap it strong. Basically, a strong side or weak side play. So at the snap, you got three backs going three different directions on the snap. That's what we call 33. On 33, the blocking back takes you to play. On 34, like I said, this is the series and stuff we come up with is, like I said, it's 5 plays. This is 34 right here. On 34, okay, on 34, the ball is going to be snapped. Something I forgot to maybe mention. Our center knows that he's going to snap at the space between our quarterback and our fullback. He's snapping at that space. And the one that's getting the ball is the one that will reach and take it. So that's for the ball. Make sure you guys have that down. That's something we learned just through repetition. Then on 34.
Do they ever neither take it?
Do what?
Do they ever neither one take it?
When the blocking back takes it. Neither one will get it.
No, I mean, by accident.
By accident.
Although,
no.
fullback supposed to get it, you forget.
Here's what the deal is. There was one play this year we ran it where the ball actually hit the ricochet off the blocking back or the wing, because it's really a tight compression formation if you look at it in the back end. The ball ricocheted, the center didn't get the snap strike, but it ricocheted and the ball landed right here. Our quarterback picked it up and ran it all the way, it's on film, but he ran it all the way to this side and then in Colorado State, where we have a young man that's going to be starting the next year linebacker for him, for the high school American force. Colorado State's coaching staff was in, they seen that play, and that's all they needed to see. So coach, I think the play is good enough for us. So that's the only club play we had. We don't have one bad snap out of it the whole year. We ran it probably 25, 35 times. So anyway, that's what we do. The 34, same concept. Quarterback's going to take his T-step, take his sweep weak, all right? Wingback's coming through the mesh, figuring out the fake to the whistle blow, strong. Blocking back at the decoy now, going this way. Our quick guard's going to pull his rule, trap the first man in the hole out. He's getting into the line of scrimmage, get his head in the hole. We're going to trap the first defender in the hole out. Fullback is taking a full spin series again. This time he knows that he's going to trap strong. So his spin, he won't really come across his left foot as he spins full spin wide. His face is going to be where his crotch is. I know Carl Rice teaches the old spit and spin where you lean over and you spit, and where you spit lands where you put the ball, your foot should spin. That's sort of how we teach him when we're going to attack strong. So he's going to full spin, and he's going to go right back here, is where we go. And you pull back, keep it there. And that's what we call 34. That way they can't keep the blocking back off. What we'll do, guys, this is something we've learned through repetition. Do this, and it helps you immensely as a coach or a coaching staff and sideline. After every series of offense, very first series of offense in the game that we play, we yell out to our blocking back, which our blocking back name is Josh. We yell out, we'll say, Josh, Josh. And if he does this, I'll do this, and he'll do this, that means they're keying him. If he does this, then he knows the inside back is not keying him. He doesn't know who they're keying. And so we predominantly, basically through more repetitions on offense, we try to distinguish who they're keying in the backfield to allow us to set up a series of plays to take advantage of who they're trying to keep. But in games where we know they're keying the blocking back, it's really fun. Because for every play we got where the blocking back takes you, we got to play where it takes you away. And so we sort of get with them like that. The 19, this is 19 sweep. This is for our quarterback, short side sweep. Ball this time is going to be snapped between the middle again, but this time the quarterback's going to take it. Okay? He's still doing his half spin with the backs on line of scrimmage. He still does his full spin. And when he doesn't get the ball, we go ahead and have him full spin. We have him attack strong to try to get linebackers and false team to take that first step to the fullback. You guys know what I'm talking about. We want to try to take as many plays away. We're going to take that fullback away. Our fullback this last year rushed for 1,600 yards. A lot of people beat our fullback. The quarterback rushed for 1,400 yards. So it gave us a lot of balance to where it allowed us a chance to do a lot of things. Wingback still going through, carrying out his sweep strong. That way they have to take a look at both of them. And basically two offensive players attacking the strong side of the formation. You know, the tendency or basically common sense to say that you're going to get some false movement out of linebackers and maybe some safeties. You maybe truly take a hard look to this side of the formation, which is what we want. Then what we do is this is something we come up with this season. At the end of every year, at the end of the season, I'll take our blocking rules. I go back through every one of our blocking rules based on the defenses we've seen from the year before and make sure that every one of our blocking rules are as sound as possible and what we want to see defenses or what we anticipate. We come up with this concept, you know, we use red zone rules to the strong side where we give a medium call to distinguish who's going forward, who's going to do what. We went ahead and applied this principle on sweep to the weak side. So basically, what we do is we tell our quick guard, he's going to give a call to our strong guard. And so what he's doing, he's basically looking head up on the center to his inside, to see if he's got to help the center. If there's nobody there, then he's basically telling the strong guard he's going to give a me call. Me tells the strong guard knows that he's going to take and lock him in. We're going to block that, we're split in on that tackle, we're going to lock him with a quick guard, and by telling him, me, that's how the strong guard, he's going to pull, he's looking for first linebacker inside to seal off the inside. Okay? Our block back knows his rule on any 8 or 9 holes, play. His rule is cornerback. So he's going to attack the cornerback. Then our quarterback's going to take his half spin and he's going right here to the out. These guys stick around there. Now if we happen to get a defender where he is in the gap between the center and the quick guard, then he's going to give a UU call. So what that tells the strong guard then is that he knows that quick guard's got to stay home. So that tells him he better be on his haunches and do his ass on the line of scrimmage because we're still going to do this, and he's going to pull and try to lock to the outside shoulder of the unit. That's what we do. So that's how we come up with that concept. And it's been really successful for us to the weak side. It gives us sort of a basic rule or a premise to go off of to allow our kids to be successful with the weak side. We sort of flew by the seat of our pants the first couple of years we ran the sweeps and stuff to the weak side, and we sort of tried to take what George taught us and what Jim taught us and 2 or 3 other coaches gave us some opinions. And then finally we just sort of sit down and say, everybody's feeling bad from everybody. It's time for me to be a man, step up, come up home with us. That's what I come. So anyway, that's the 19. 48 is for our wingback. This is 48. We're going to have the exact same thing, but this time the blocking back. Here's what the deal is. Our tight end, this is sort of a special rule we have to put in. And our tight end understands. Usually our ain't no rule, our wingback is usually over here. And usually his rule is to block first man head up inside. So basically he's going to get outside help. Our tight end knows that with the wingback being in here in the Notre Dame series, that he's got to take the end by himself. So if he's in a 6 or 7, there's no problem taking it. If he's in a 9 technique, and he knows he's got to take it and make sure he gets a good first step out of the gates, he's got to fight through the outside shoulder and get his ass turned and reach him and get him sealed up. So then we got the same concept. Our wingback's getting the ball is snapped to the fullback. Fullback's going to take it. He's going to start that full spin. As the wingback works his way through the mesh, he's going to hand the ball out. And the big boy is working his way around the end. Okay? Now we apply our red zone rules to the strong side. Our red zone rules basically begin with our strong guard. Then we got our quick tackle, strong tackle, and our tight end. Our strong guard's going to check head up on the center to his inside shoulder. He's going to give a knee, or knee call. The majority of the time, this guy gets the pull. So basically, he's going to give a knee call, and that tells everybody else they're stepping the gas. Okay? So he's going to pull. He's going to pick up first linebacker on the side. As he pulls, he eyes the gap. If we know we got a 9 technique, he knows he's peeking this gap. In case we get some kind of pressure upfield, he knows to cut it off short and pick him up in the hole. So we're going to take strong guard and pull him. Our quick guard knows that in all plays to the strong side, all 8 hole rules, he's going to pull, he's picking up point. Okay? Our blocking back, basically he's going to do the first thing that he's going to do is he's going to make sure that the end is sealed by our tight end, and if he's okay, he's going to go ahead and work himself upfield, look inside. If this guy needs help with the defensive end, he stays in line, so we basically got a double team on the defensive end. If the wing back is running sweep, fullback hands off, carries out through the hole. Quarterback makes his T-spin, works himself weak. Split in, we have 2 rules. Basically, we have year we won the state championship, our split in this year, that we won the state championship. He was 6'6", about 275, 280, and he starts at nose guard in Florida State right now, and he's about 300 pounds now. But we used to pull him with everybody and pull him in through the hole. So this last 2 years, our split in's been 165, 170 pounds, and so we basically tell them to go to the point of attack, or CPA, I guess is what they call it, cross point of attack. We basically tell them to get to the point of attack, get on somebody, and allow our backs to give them a chance to even cut back and make something happen. Okay? So basically, that's what we've done. But that's 48 right there. 48 boot pass. This is the one pass we have out of this series. 48 boot.
That last one was 48 wing sweep.
Basically, it's just 48 is what we call it, coach. And it is basically it's a wingback sweep. If you wanted to tag it with a wingback sweep, you can. What we try to do is this: is we try to make it as simple as possible. We just, we'll call, we call 16 power, 16 power. But really, in essence, it's what I call power 8, 16. They know what it is. It's one back, 6 hole, by 6 hole rule. So this basically means they know 4 backs getting it, and we're going to 8 holes, so we're finding 8 hole rule. This is 48 boot right here. Wingback's going to take the ball snaps to the fullback, starts his full spin. He's going to hand to him right here. He's going to work his way around. Blocking back, he's going to arc, get depth. He's going to try to lock the defensive end, allow our wingback to the depth. He's going to set up. Tight end's blocking for a 1 count. He's releasing what we call a 3-go route, which is basically a flag route. Split in from blocking 1 count, and he's dragging a depth of 8 yards, looking for a window, looking for a void. Make himself big, make himself a target. Okay? This is 1, this is 2, it's a 2-man read. Our wing back last year and wing back in this year is our backup quarterback, so he can throw the football. And so that's what we'll do is we'll just give it to him. He still carries out his T-series, goes this way. Now, here's the deal up in the box. You guys, anybody that wears headphones, that's why I don't wear headphones, because every swinging dick in my steps, and they go, "Coach, go down, come get up this guy." I'm trying to get the right side. But this is the guy that they see open a bunch, and they never throw back to the quarterback on a throwback. It's not to say we couldn't, because a lot of times we'll see man coverage, and when that splitting goes across, he goes with him. So you basically tell the linebacker he's going to cover this kid if he even sees it. But I know that's a possibility with that could be your 3 group if you want to go to the progression. We're just going to try to make it simple, go to the side we're going to throw to, we're going to read 1 and 2, do what we can. If there's nothing there, we just try to keep it and get out of bounds. That's what we do.
Who's your safety?
Is what now?
You got a safety valve?
A safety valve. No, coach, here's what I tell my quarterback. You're going to read 1 through 2. If 1 and 2 both cover, you're going to take him running out of bounds, you're going to take him throw it to me out of bounds. We don't have a true safety valve. Never had. Guys, I'm just being honest with you. You guys may be quarterbacks in this room. I played football at the University of Tulsa. John Cooper was my coach. Larry Coker was my position coach. He's now the head coach at the University of Miami. And you're trying to read a passing game, I think you need 4 to 5 reads as a quarterback. You got to know that you're lucky to read 2 of them. If you try to get to the 3rd, 4th, or 5th progression in the read, you're pretty damn good. I'm not that whole damn good. So I try to make it simple on high school kids because realistically, as we plug kids in from year to year, we're lucky to have a 2-year starter at quarterback. This year will be our first year to have a 2-year starter at that position. So I try to make it as simple as possible to where you guys are interested. You he's not open, throw it out of bounds and throw it to me. That's what I thought. And so we really don't have a true safety about it.
When that second read will be open just about every time.
Pretty much it is. This guy's usually open underneath the bunch, he'll cross underneath the linebackers, and you just basically tell him to look at 0.8 yards from the line of scrimmage, and you just sprint. After you block them on count, you sprint and you get there as fast as you can. And there's always, there's a large tendency to see a big boy there. A lot of times, linebackers usually get sucked up because of play action, and a lot of times they're going behind linebackers, really no routes even there. And we still get to that side of the field quicker. And like I said, we got some big targets this year. We're hoping to utilize some of that. And then, like I said, guys, the last thing to do out of it is snap with the blocking back.
On 48 boots, do you have the fullback, quarterback change their depth?
No, we don't, Coach. Everything's exactly the same. He's going to go up, and if you wanted to, you could probably have your fullback run a route up the same or up the middle if you wanted to. We just have him try to stay on the line of scrimmage a little bit. We try to draw a linebacker to him, allow the split ends to get behind him, just to try to create any kind of play action. We want to try to sell the run as much as possible to keep those linebackers ready with the running game to allow us to open up the play action pass off of that. That's basically what we do. But as far as the steps and footwork at the back, no, everything is the same every play. Because to be honest with you, we're going to live off our power set. We're going to live off the Arizona package. And when we start to lean toward more of the choice stuff and getting the spread stuff too, because of the scrambling and delivering the quarterback and the draws that we're sort of implementing. But anyway, we're going to live off those home rules and the alignments and the assignments we teach our kids. We don't want to make it too complex or give them 55 things to think about. We want to give them as minimal things to think about as possible in our offense, just so it looks pretty. You know what I'm saying? If you got kids thinking about too much on every play, then it usually turns into a Chinese fire drill. It's sort of, it can get pretty ugly. The blocking back keep, all we do is we snap the blocking back, and everything else is still the same. He's spinning going here, he's doing this, he's going here, and the blocking back is keeping it, and we wedge everything. He's starting wedge. Blocking back line, and find any kind of pressure, any kind of hole at all, just try to work himself through the wedge. And if he picks up 3 yards, it's 3 yards. Our blocking back, here we had Eric Pauly as a blocking back, the kid that starts at Colorado State now as a linebacker. He averaged 6 yards a carry. We gave him the ball maybe twice a game for like. And like I said, he's blocking back. He wants to touch the ball once in a while. So I will show you a quick play. Guys, you want to see something? Let's do somebody else. That's not how this. I'll show you something. This is what we actually call it Chinese fire drill. This will screw people up. All right? Go to a bounce thing with it, all right? Go to a bounce thing with it. Put your blocking back in the center like rainbow. All right? That's what it looks like, okay? We call it Chinese fire drill. Basically, it's good. It's really good against an odd front where you got 2 linebackers, okay? Okay, here's how it works. Take the tight end and work them to the linebacker. Then he's got to notice our box up. You form these guys this way, these guys this way. And you keep it to the blocking back. You send to the blocking back, but these guys carry out their full spin stuff. You guys have no clue where these tackles go. Those guards, linebackers, they see it. There's a lot of linebackers that talk on their feet, as you guys will know. You see guard and tackle pulling your side, you see this right here. They bring themselves to the tight end. And so they basically got to seal them off. Basically all they're doing. All they've got to do is just turn and seal them off. Blocking back just cuts it to one side or the other. That's the center block and it's in the secondary. So you got a free safety that's 160 pounds tackling guys at 250. And that's what we do. We call it Chinese fire. We put it in 2 games last year just to get cheap. And we averaged about 900 carry off of it. I probably should have done more, but I didn't. Our wing back is coming back a little bit too. That looks so stupid. You guys like that stuff? Put that in on 3rd and 1 and just run it and see what they do. Because you got everybody going in all different directions and then I've got everything what you're doing. Which I don't know what I'm doing that time, but I try that. Okay? But guys, realistically, like I said, if there's anything real quick, if you guys need me for anything down, write down my name, that's my field box, and I'll high school, if you need to get anything from me, I'm more than welcome to. What I'll do real quick is I'll tell you something. Here's what the deal is. I'll tell you a little secret. My brother works for a software company. He was a military man, was a career guy in the Air Force. Matter of fact, he lived up the coast here in Winsburg, Virginia for 6 years. Worked in the Pentagon. He developed software for the government. And basically his software development involved espionage, where he basically decoded stuff from other countries or something. He couldn't get into detail because he told me he'd have to kill me. So basically all I know is this, is that he's a heck of a lot smarter than I could ever conceivably be. Christmas dinner 3 years ago, I bought a V-Scout program in 1991 for $495. And some of you guys may know what I'm talking about. You got to type in every play for that to generate the force for what you want when you're breaking down an opponent's offense. 3 years ago, I'm sitting there, I'm telling my brother, I don't know how we got on this subject, but I said, hey, I wish I could just, because I'm not very computer literate, I'm terrible. So I wish there was a way I could just get on the computer and just use a mouse and click everything in and just break our film breakdown sessions in half. And he says, why can't you? And I said, well, because there's really no way you can do it, I don't think. Well, anyway, what the deal is, he said, you tell me everything that you want, and I'll build you a scouting program. Well, on the side, he had his own software firm on the side. And so basically what he did, in the progress of 3 years, basically over a period of the last 2.5 years, we've been using this Bliss product. And he called it Bliss because his last name was Bliss, just like me. He thought it was sort of cool to take the S in the last parts of Bliss and reverse it and make it Scout, so we call it Bliss. So he took it and ran with it, and we finalized the product. The very first ones off the assembly line he gave to me before I came here. And a few of them have already lashed them up from him. But what the deal is that with anything they got on the market, Bliss Scout, he downloaded anywhere from 8 to 10 examples off of the internet. And what we have with our Bliss Scout program is better than what they've got. The examples of scouting reports and stuff, the neat thing about it is it allows you, it's got 2 things that no other software package has. It has what they call a synopsis. If you're the head coach and your assistants break down on the film, all the assistants have to do is give the synopsis to the head coach. What it does, it breaks down the top formations, top 5 run plays, top 5 pass plays, gives you definite passing situations, what their top 3 pass plays will be. Once your opponent's inside the red zone, gives you the red zone tendencies, gives you formation and declaration of strength tendencies, hash mark tendencies, gives you their top personnel, their key personnel that you've got to shut down, and from the games that you break down, it tells you how many times, like in this particular one from Chaparral, the team we played last year, fullback touched the ball 23 times for 123 yards, gives you down their averages, how many times they scored, basically tells you who you've got to develop the game plan to shut down. What it does, it gives you a complete list of plays, gives you first, second down, third down, fourth down, play breakdown run, play breakdown pass, gives you hash mark tendencies, gives you middle of the field percentages, gives you a summary at the bottom of the page, tells you percentage run, percentage pass, all over the field, tells you what they're doing in the boundary and into the field, gives you red zone tendencies. And my brother, like I said, this is the guy who used to beat the piss out of when I was a kid, and so smacking him out big, and he sort of come up with this idea to help me out. And so basically, it's his software thing, and he told me if I wanted to try to mark a little bit if I could, and I said, hey, we've used it the last 3 years, and we've had a lot of success on defense. And I brought 5 copies, and all I got left are 2. 3 have already been taken from me. It's very simple. If you got Windows 95 or above on the back, the labels hadn't come in from the company yet that usually sticks on the back, but it tells you step by step, stick it in your CD-ROM, how to start it up, how to install it, and everything else is pretty simple.
What did you do for it?
It's $75. And here's what the deal is. Here's what he told me. $95 is what it's being sold for. And he's already got a website. I met with the managing guy the other night, is what he told me. Some guy that's going to help advertise it. But it's $95, so it's going to be sold for. $75 is what he's going to do for the single symposium. Any upgrades, he told me, because he can tag this. I don't know how what he talked. I have no clue what he's talking about. He can tag these. If you send these to us, or if you buy one from us, he'll tag it, put it in our file. And anytime there's an upgrade of Bliss Scout at all, he'll give it to a single coach for free. That's what he told me. And anybody else will probably have to pay the $25 or $30 upcharge to get the advanced version. Right now, if you guys are interested, there's forms up here. And like I said, we've had a lot of success with it. We've been the guinea pig the last 2.5 seasons. It's been really successful for us. So if you guys are interested, like I said, it's his thing. But it worked for us, and we had a lot of fun. So, I'm gonna show the phone.
To give you an example of how it works, how many points you give up for a game last year, Conway?
We gave up 2.3 points a game last year. Dave. We've had 26 shutouts. So,
How many points a game you score?
we average 50.1 points a game. You guys, like I said, as a coach, we'll try to show you exactly what we do. Try to show you some of the plays. This is our spread set. This is out of the Arizona package. Like I said, we put a lot of draws into it this year just because that kid right there, number 2. Everybody knows that if you got some talent and you can coach a little bit, that you have an opportunity to be successful in this profession. And I'm not even up to tell you that we don't have our share of athletes. Our kids work their ass off all the time. Number 9 signed with the Air Force Academy as a free safety, and he's pretty talented. Back to the spread set again. This is out of our Arizona package. This is out of what we call our 90 series. We've got some kids that come on with I know prior to our arrival, the last Division I athlete they ever had in Conway High School was in 1969. That kid signed with Wichita State back when all their teams started strong. That's the wing-back reverse there. This kid got a full-ride tennis scholarship to an NCAA Division II school. He plays tennis, guys. We just got great feet. He's pretty good at it. This is what we call counter keep and fake or reverse, where we let our quarterback keep it. Gives us an extra blocker in the hole with our wingback. Our wingback knows he's responsible for taking the cornerback. You guys know that anything that you block up front, usually when you run that wingback reverse, your blocking back kicks out your strong tackle, cleans out the hole. Well, sometimes that cornerback starts unaccounted for. So what we'll do is we'll let our wingback fake it and go into the home block corner, and we got one account for, and we let our quarterback just take the ball and run. This is Rambo right here, where our blocking back's in the center. You can see the full spin look like. What the deal is this year, because whoever could do it, our quarterback, we went ahead and let him run some full spin stuff out of our rocket, which is our double wing. That's the reverse we ran. That was a bad snap, so we got the ball up, and we ran through it. Do
you ever snap it to block it down?
Yeah, they have. This guy right here, the little number 44, he's about 102 pounds. He's 5'3", 102. We call him Mikey. His name is Mike Knee. We put him on the highlight film just so I can keep him out and actually sort of our motivation. Because he's a midget. I mean, a big time midget. And this kid would, if we get in any kind of drill, he would go ahead and step to the front of the line. We didn't care how big he was. We tried to scratch him. That kid was our third string wingback. Yeah. He was one of those grade problem kids where he had problems with grades, so we couldn't count on him. He probably would have been one of our 2 ultimate wingbacks. That's just wedge. Our wedge, our quarterback knows that the quarterback fakes the passing game, or he can take and fake a sweep off of it. Here's the butt lateral. Our coach, I told some of the gentlemen last night, I got a black coach in my staff, I call him Sexual Chocolate. Sexual, he gets sort of more dramatic when it comes to house. He's in charge of our tech at the farm, our video production. So he had all kinds of cute little things. When he brought me the final cut of it, and I was like, damn, coach, you're crazy. I asked him if he was going for an Academy Award. But he put things in there 2 times, got cute. There is music good. We got 7 starters back on both sides of the ball next year. That's where we take the ball and put it behind the bag. Some of you guys have probably seen that already.
Show that again, folks.
And slow if you can.
I don't think this is so short.
Play on, just play.
This is different.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So it should be this way here, right? Okay, what it does, we just take the reverse of the wing back, the quarterback takes and puts it behind his back. And just sort of run it in, and just take the reverse and pull all your personality. It does not have a slow down, I wish it did. There's not one on there, it's a trap. There's not, I don't see one, I see one. No, it goes there. There it is, there. That's a good shot. Just sort of the picture, Dad. Gosh, man.
Who do we learn it?
He does it several times. It's a tennis player, you know. This is our double wing, this is our Rocky. We do run the option out of it. We G it, backside guard. So we'll pull back, like I said, he's going to be the toughest one we got to play. There's lunch right here. We got 10 guys on lunch scrimmage, we just try to find a hole in there. So we shift the spread set, draw people outside the bunch. That's our buckwheat series where we snap to the fullback and take that quarter pivot with the inside foot, takes that shoulder like he's going to hand it. We wing back in motion, our quarterback leads. Try to get outside backer to bail. Easy better lanes and running. Two fast forwards for the JV kids, I'm going to fast forward through that.
The buckwheat series you're doing out of what formation?
The what street now?
The buckwheat series?
Buckwheat. The buckwheat we just do out of a carousel. It's just all it means that our fullbacks get the snap instead of our quarterback. That was something we do the same exact blocking rules up front. This is all computer generated. I think it's what the stories in this here. That's the buckwheat looking in. Our fullback never got knocked backwards. That's Mikey and Nikki. This is our freshman against the varsity. We're still against the varsity with our freshmen. We had 76 kids out of football this year. 7 of our 9 games we got players together. Our fullback was a 4-5. This is a team called W. They're a large 4A school in Kansas. And they're sort of, like I said, they used to own Conway Springs before we got there. That's our fullback, that's going to be our fullback next year. Number 2, let's see, this is just sweet. He had a good job of cutting back against the rain, cuts back right everything back on that. We just got cute in this play. He actually scored in this play, but our fullback went over the free safety. He scores. He actually scored in that play on the show. As the quarterback keeps in off of the reverse, you take the reverse and just keep to get that extra blocker, and the rest is just tracking it. This is out of Rocky. And our fullback's got the ball, it's hard to tell, that's who got it, and he scores ours. We've got a miss from him, but then most time. This is scattered. Let me tell you about what we just let our kids line do what they want. Just let them line do what they want. See how they do on that side? Just do that. One of our Bush Club people went bottom and top every game because I guess he worked for that kid's dad at home in Bush Club. So the kid, you know, understand all that too. It's just a Georgia game, 87. Blocking back, like I said, is that kid there. He's a sophomore, will be a junior this year. That was just wedge. On wedge, we need a blocking back to beat for a lot. That's T Sweet for our wing back. We already have two on. We got that kid coming back. This is Buck Lateral, I remember when he moves here, he shoots that kid there, he shoots that kid there. Thing on that kid double count, like he takes chances on play that realistically shouldn't work, but they did.
You got a call for that lead over the motion?
We just call it motion. That play with the power motion 32 like that. That right there is 32 buck lead. When our wingback should have word lead, automatically there's one motion behind the back to it. So Fred said again, the press coverage, force them to go face, that's all we throw, and that's all we can do. Put the team back in. The screen pass, switch screen to wingback. At the 6-yard line, first screen pass, and then we do that. But we pull the backside guard in, strong side of me, red zone principle, the strong side, pull backside guard. We try to get a little ass out there.
Coach Bliss, did you want guy keep it quite a bit, set that up, or is it ladder most of the time?
We usually, what we do is, we have a trap off that, a wing back reverse, and we have a quarterback lateral, where we pitch the quarterback in the sweep out. Those are three plays out of Buck lateral for 2 years. That's the 18 rock game we go behind the back. This is the option here. Pitch off first threat. This is hunch again. Watch the offensive line here. See if they leave the wedge. Watch them go all the way to the end. They're fat asses now, they do that in show. That's actually a trap play. We pull the back guard. We use our blocking back. they started keying up, this is hunting only. I'll show you real quick on this previous play. So let's just say buck dies, but actually it's a decoy, our blocking back's going away, our quick guard's pulling, trapping, you see that? When it's trapping, our pullback keeps it because they were keying our blocking back. This is hunting. This time the pull over the other, just try to pull out of the field. They didn't do this, so we're going to run in here. I see the gaps. I mean, you see two gaps. I mean, he knows where to go. So we're just going to move people. That's the buck loud, but I think he kept an eye on the trip there, so I don't know why we got that wrong. He runs one through after it, which, you know, it's part of it. That's the buck we need. We'll take your wing back. Move traffic from each side, you see where we're losing. Sometimes we took this from George and Coach Fred will take our split and bring them over. We'll either crack with them or we'll take the guy over the sidelines and just base block them. Just to get the corner out there and make it easier blocking forward. Kind of a little too late there. The wing back out there too early, but you need to try to carry out all the They only run a 5-4 look on us. Leave some of that double wing defense crap on us initially. Then at the crapshoot, they just start running kids up the gaps. And that's sort of simple. See, that's buck lateral on the field and fullback catch on the trap. So the thing about us is that we're multiple. That's the key. That's just key trap there with the key suit the fullback gets it. You guys see how we look multiple, but realistically up front, these guys have the same blocking rules that we play. It's just the minutes in the back end if you don't know what they're doing. If you do, you got a multiple look, if people want to break it down on film, they got to decide what they're going to work on. That's that quarter 50 minutes Buckley series game. Maybe it's on those races. We were done at halftime in 8 of our 9 games this year, which is sort of our 9 regular season games. Just Buck Louder going where he keeps it.
What, you run that backward?
Yes. And Buck Louder will be pulled back and fakes it, and he keeps it. Blocking back carries out his fake on the sweep to the quarterback. And the mid position on go over the and that's a trap back strong. You know we run 33 buck lead where he usually fakes it to the wing back and he trap it to the weak side up there. This time we're trapping strong again. So we have a strong side attack and he keeps it from running in. Pound for pound, he's the strongest, hardest, most hard-nosed kid that I've ever coached. Kid living in the wear. This was against the first ranked team we played. This team was 4-1, we were 5-0. That's the first game. Rocky game. This is like a 4th play game. This kid's 11 flat behind meters. I mean, it's not fast, but it's not slow. He's a 50 flat moving forward direction.
What's this 40 now?
Sporting time is a 4.52 at the K-State camp and 4.58 at the KU camp.
And Mark, you normally see 9 o'clock.
We see 9 o'clock sometimes.
Does it make a difference?
No, it's just a triple spin right away. That's a triple spin. This is the triple spinner. There are wing backs right there, blocking backs there. So they go around. But see, another thing is that week, we knew they were a ranked team. They're used to seeing our wingback as a wingback. And they're used to seeing behind the line of scrimmage, so we put them there just to see if it could help tee off for their team. This is direction out to the fullback of our spread set. We trap the first man past our tackles, what we do, block everything else down.
Bring the six to you.
Coach, they ran all kinds of crap on us. Basically what they were doing, here's what they were doing. We figured it out, and their coach told me what they were doing. Against us, they ran sort of it's a 4-4 look, but they were really odd up front. This is triple center again. This might be the play Colorado State. Yeah, this is it. See it bobble and snap? This is what Colorado State said. That's all they needed to see. Everybody had the angle on it. But they ran all kinds of stuff. What they were doing, they were keying a quick guard. That number 67, he was keying a quick guard. Anytime he pulled, he went with him. Anytime he based, he basically, if he blocked down, he filled. If he pulled, he went with him. We put our fullback in motion, get the corner out. We run reverse with that. That way we don't feel about blocking the corner on reverse. For the wingback. Now this is speed right here, guys. At our level. You guys, some of you guys use the 4-4s, 4-3s. But he had, well, this is triple spinner, first play of the game, triple spinner. First play of the game.
Who's got, oh, there we go.
It look all right to you guys? Basically, yeah, he pulled up from his 3-point. Like I said, his aiming point is the inside hip of the fullback. So he knows he's got to, we try to tell him that his hip has got to rub the fullback's hip to sell it. That way we know all three backs have their back on scrimmage, boom, right there. What you get is you get a cluster in the back, and you got corners and linebackers going.
Right.
Yeah. That's an option right there. You decide to keep it. I always tell them when in doubt, just keep it, is what I always tell them. You guys remember the Statue of Liberty play?
Oh, yeah, that's a fun play.
This was the ball playing special, right? You guys are going to see an extra treatment, free of charge. Here in just a minute, I'll show you. This is the Statue of Liberty play. We just use 9-hole principles. That's the buzz that I put over the full line shift everybody. And we just run off pack in school. Now watch this. Well, this is the screen. This is a draw right here. This is a touchdown off the draw package. This is out of that choice. So basically what we did is this. We call this choice out. We just call it choice. He knows he's out. There's our blocking back. Right there's our blocking back. So it's choice out, quarterback draw. Always run draw weak because you have less personnel on the weak side of the formation that you know you want to quarterback in count for. That's just bug dive right there. Power of motion for the bug dive. Same thing again, you see a blocking back. Just follow the ass the hole. And here we go. Guys, have you ever seen drop kick? We got an exchange student from New Zealand that can't play football to save his ass. He's number 66. And for weeks, he's going, finish legal, let me drop kick. And so if I let you drop kick, you better make it. So he does. I had an official come over to me. Official coming to the coach because I wish my dad was still alive and dead. He says, he was my 21 years of fishing, I've never seen drop kick. But he said, my dad always told me stories about when they went for point after conversion after they scored, they were just a drop kick. And the guy had literally had to turn his eye. This is triple spinner again. That's touchdown. One more time. But we had all kinds of fun this last season because we were able to, because of the kids we had. We got some ignorant coaches that got to make it fun.
Does the quarterback on the T-spin, does he have a count Does he say 1,001 before he?
As soon as the wingback crosses his face, he goes, boom, there he goes. The wingback knows his mesh is inside hit the fullback. Quarterback knows he's doing T action. But once the wingback crosses his face, he knows he's flush to hit the fullback, and he goes ahead and retrieves that hit action. That's the buck medium, but strong. We track it strong instead of weak.
33 back,
33 graduated, coach. He's the only kid who got to play, so everybody else we got pretty much back. Not pretty good in the class, so he's got some talent. That was our kicker. That was like a 48-yard. I think it's 40.
It is going to be a trophy next year.
Guys, here's the deal. A lot of you guys I've already visited with. The team that we got to play against to win it next year is a private school out of Wichita. And they go out and recruit the best talent in the city, and Dan Johnson's got some of his players to play for him. Triple spinner again.
The fullback completely stand over the head.
Yeah, completely full spin. But the thing about the team that we finished 9-0 in the regular season, okay? The team we had to play in the playoffs, Kansas was really bizarre. They don't seed you or anything. You just play the team closest to you. Well, the team closest to us was ranked number 2 in the state, and we're ranked number 3. So everybody came to almost 5,000 people at our game, because they knew the state championship game was the first round of playoffs. That's just how the discrepancy is in the state. Our collegiate had 4 Division I athletes on the team, and we only got a couple of names.
What's the name of that team?
Wichita Collegiate. This is against Medicine Lodge. We're ranked 3rd, and they're ranked 4th. This was for the district championship right here. There was about 4,300 people at this game. That's our side of the money, right? It's elbows and assholes, so, yeah.
No, I had to tell them last night, if someone was in Conway that night, you could rob every house. If nobody was in Conway except the 466 station, you didn't.
When's the next game?
Do I do?
Be there.
Thanks to the good Lord willing, if we stay healthy, we'll have a shot at making another one. We'll see what happens. That's behind the back, 18 rock. See that Allen's got it. Miss.
Oh, nice.
He rushed for 201 yards in this game, and Dusty, our fullback, rushed for 207. He's just a power back. He just wins that. He scored on that play. This is the thing that, you know, there's no media coach. But I sure tell you, he just takes off. His number 1, his number 2 reads were covered, so he just took off. This is triple spin. That's 43 versus keep. Keep by quarterback. Let's just dive. Fullback. Block may actually goes up in the home block. This is quick. This will be shit. We'll do this. We'll go quick kick buzz. So we'll buzz it, bring everybody over, and we'll drop back and we'll quick kick. So it's 4th and 2. Conservative territory. Thompson said basically, try to keep, that's what we just quick kick. They got to decide what we're going to do on 4th and 2, like I said.
See the wing go already on the arm already?
Do what, coach?
The wing kicked off on the arm already?
Yeah, when you hear the this is punch. Here's what the deal is, their kids are about as big as our kids. They got kids every year, which Dan contested this, so they got 270, 280 pound kids, and so do we. So we go ahead and just line up against them and we just try to run it. It's basically a muscle contest. You see our kids get moving on your kids. We're going to run it again here, we're on the 1 foot line. They should have given it to them, but they didn't. See, they split defense. They run a lot of 4-4 on us, and there's some 5-3 on us there. We're just lining right up. That's the true reverse there. That's the kid that'll be our fullback next year.
The team he's playing against, the coach, with that other team, is a very good coach, and he's very complimentary to Conway's brings to their offense. It's hard to not, you know, a pretty good guy. I say it with Mark Beasley.
See, Buddy's my best friend in the league. He's an Okie from Muskogee. And he's a buddy of mine. We compete well. Kids, guys, the thing about our game is our kids help each other up. They do it with class. Kids never bitch or money, don't cuss at each other. They do it's just a great hard fought ball game when you ever play these. This is the buck battle. I tell everybody that he's my white version of Michael Vick. Triple spinner. You guys want to see it again? That's what we're talking about. You look at the match, we got better as the season progressed. Run over the official. That's down. It's just a reverse. Go for a field goal. This is hunch. See the gaps? You can see gaps. Then you got guys walking up over here with real wise and over going here. See the line of stay? It's good movement. It's just a short yard job. And you can just line up and line up. I want you guys see how they clock personnel. Doing the shit. Watch this. Do it again. Shift again. Now they flop everybody around. Hit the screen. Like, hey, you're so good.
When is effective?
Never have a problem with that shift if he puts his hand up. No. They just, by hearing the word buzz, that's how we teach them from day one. They know they put their hands as low as they can. Some of the Clayton coaches at the end of the game, they said, you don't broke down a film, no, and you don't put your hands down. We know you're shifting. I said, do you think I care? See, I taught this kid everything he knows. You're on the That's just pure God-given talent. Good Lord bless his child. If you've seen his dad, you want to know how the heck he does what he does. So he's got a jersey for there. They blitz and then pick up the blitz and just ran past the linebacker. They're in a 5-3 against us almost all night in this game. When you do that, you outside back, you're just on side, and you're more worried about running than anything, because we're able to get behind the ball. Go on, shift again, 7 o'clock, just like they can do football. When you're in control, you just throw away your play caution.
The stars that switch.
This is one of our games, get that fullback of mine. And like I said, I don't make excuses for our kids, but our fullback tore a ligament in his left ankle in this game. It's the last game of the season. In Kansas, you play on Thursday, and the first round of playoffs are on Tuesday. So our fullback was on about 60% of that played for week, which it would have helped. But overall, athletically, they were a little bit better athletes than we were, and probably still would have won because of their kicker. Their kicker was a great All-American, he's going to K-State. And then pregame was kicking 60-yard field goal games, you know, with the winner for it. When he kicked off, he hit a 54, a 48, and a 38-yard field goal in the playoff game. It was pretty good. This is choice out again, we got trips open. It's just a read between the receiver and the quarterback. They read the corner getting soft coverage, we're gonna hit the hitch. But they come back right. If they press this tight, we're going to failure slam. This is our waggle back to the weak side. We got play action both strong and weak. Back up to the, what we got here, this is the Chinese hard drill. That's the one I showed you guys. That's it. This is Chinese hard drill. We only put one and we ran it a few times because of that success. We should have probably put the one that had the best yard down. You see the guards and tackles full. Watch that looks like. So watch their D tackles and their outside linebackers. You're going, what the hell? That's our block maker. Ball and picks up 7 yards. You see? Now this is Hunt again. This is Taylor on the ball now, which that's who's probably going to run for us this year. We just go Hunt again. Everybody knows. This is funny. These guys are going, number 2's going to get it. Number 2. He's only swinging the winger in the back. This is Rocky. We take the spin the fullback, just reverse, and Conway doing that sexual chop that is working in there. Reverse the play and show. So guys, that's our highlight film.
Scoring 49, Coach.
Yeah, you guys want to see the 49 CG? I want you guys, let's do it, Coach. I want you to take about a 2-minute break. When we come back in, a 5-minute break. Championship team, that's a good play. Sequoia is the team that played in the state championship game. Sequoia is an all-Indian school in Oklahoma. That's who they played. Just like I said, there was a lady by that, I think her name is Betty. I can't think of the last name. She's the one that gave the film to Coach Miller, and he gave it to me. If I ever get a chance to get back home, I'm going to try to go on my one to find it and take it. So you guys might want to copy of this. Medford's, that's the Indian school there. They got the funky guinea pants. They wear the leather helmets. Medford, this was their first year to wear white helmets. And they're in the leather helmets. No face mask. It's just mano a mano, put your nose broke, wipe the blood off, go back there. City officials got the cat hats on. This is the triple or that's just the steel one up there. He gets thick on that play. That's the triple spinner there. Now the thing with the dart is, I just got this film in April, we already ran it during our regular season. But what they do is this, you see they take their blocking back and use him as a triple spin back. They got their wing back up there. I've already dissected this film about 7 times. And I'll show you the plays we're going to put in next year. Like Coach Gibbs and some of you older gentlemen that may understand more of the, like this right here. This is the play right there. This play right here, they go double wing. Coach, me get capital in the league. I'll put that on the list. You see how the back crosses his face and he takes a rocker step back and comes forward. That's very comfortable motion. I'll fast forward. They run full house tees while Sequoia runs. Back this up. They got a phone book. They got
Pretty good time. All right there.
They got some big cats. Yeah. Looks like some type of 6'2" or 6'3" though. It's just that double wing with you when they hit that rocket step back.
Gravity's probably all about 6'4", too. I know, right, the end of all.
Okay, we were watching last night on the TV, it was big, God, big man.
It's just wedge. This sort of weird out, this is, I mean, like you guys are saying, football, this is their faith. They take and put their two wing backs inside. The two wing backs are, the two wing backs are right there and right there. The snaps to the near. But the Indians are cool. Yeah, out there. Yeah, I think I need jobs, that's what they're saying out there. Their quarterback is quite a pretty good athlete. And still hitting those guys, hit just as hard as some of the cats today. On the watch.
What year is this?
1949. See those game pants, look at the funk bucks. Man.
They got hold of the ball when they kick off.
Yeah.
No, see.
Yeah. But you know what, it's like in this game, you can tell the guys don't push or shove each other in. Just get out there's the triple spin. Look at the footwork at the back. That's what I'm telling you, I can't teach this to my kids because I don't know how to teach it. Watch these two bags right here. That's a block and back key.
Could you step through that a little slower?
This is really hard. See, that's the dipsy dude step. God damn. I thought probably this one knows. He's smarter than me.
I got a fire.
That's a block and back key. Triple spin again. This time that cat keeps it on. It's almost like R34. But the blocking back's the one that goes through. See, they still keep their wing back up there, which is an interesting concept. Their wing back. The blocking back's the one going to diminish instead of wing back. This is what I like right here. They run the sweep off of it. Then the quarterback or whoever gets you can take that rocket step back and then keep it like that right there. See, I like that play, Chief. Bob, you seen anything like this before? When you get? I was just curious where that type of single one, where it originated from, or who originated, they've seen it before. The blocking back, keeping in, and sneak it that way. They do the triple spin action off it. It's in Enid, Oklahoma, where we play it. Feel like the old clock. That's the only time they throw them the whole ball game. One pass. They didn't make them four down. They got the tongue. We're gonna run that this year somehow, somewhere. Hey, what's the quarter? You got back there 2 o'clock. Where's that? You got douche. Wow. To the 90 T action or full spin action, it's just a rocker step back across his face and you go. That's a quick kick. Notice they don't run a whole lot of play. They just expect you to do it well. This is a 12-6 ball game, so you can settle on those points with the state championship game, so obviously we must have a good count. Those hats back in there. The quality of the film is pretty good, isn't it? I was a little surprised when I put this in. I was expecting something like that. My wife's grandfather was at this game, so it was cool. That's what it looks like. They gave it from black back. Black and back, keep on black and triple spin. And back blood. No. State championship. That was the good event. Yeah, when I take it, they got the 41 and 45 state championship game too at home, but it's not as clear as this one. And they never kicked an extra point. They always went for 2. There's that 80 points.
They do some cool stuff. Welcome back. Man, it's just sort of like isolated. Sweet. Triple stained black. I love it where the national crossing is late because right off his ass here, doesn't know any traffic. That's a possibility.
Mark, when they go back on offense, when you slow that down, I'm gonna see how they're backing up when they get down to the stand.
It
It just takes like a rock or something.
He's talking about when they get to the stand.
Oh, they get in the stand.
Get it back.
They're in shotgun now because they got to cut the school. Their clock management's not too good. The Indians are slowing down.
They can put it in slow motion.
See if we can get a better player for guys, right? You guys want to see something funky? I'll tell you. You want me to back it up, Richard?
I can see it.
Okay. Watch this. Watch it. This is the funniest part of the whole film right here. So there's their coach with the trench coat and Paul Brown's cousin. And this is the funniest what I like. My little girls watched this one the first time I had it in. Look at this. This is what they're laughing at. Look at that. Look at the jeans and stuff. They got all that stuff curled up. There's the trophies. They're going, is that what we played for? That's There's their principal. And you guys, the leather jackets have to change one bit, but I got two of those right now.
That's probably their 96.
These are cats without the pads on, man. And he's gonna start handing out the nuts, he start looking at the beavers walk across the stage. How did they win game? These are all their seniors. Here in a minute, I'll tell you what the coach will have. Coach Owen started thinking, well, you know what, we got some good seniors and juniors. Wait till you see these guys, the last one to come across stage. He sees the writing on the wall. I'm out of here, boy. Wally Winker Payne's right there. Robert Kyle's cousin over there. There's no one to stoop the man over. He did that. Look, there it is. Look at this. Check the chicks out. Boy, they hot or what? Man, that show keeps on good. Check this out. This is the Pep Club, I guess is what they call it. Pep Club's gonna sing the fight song. Watch this, man. After seeing these ladies, I can see why the birth control is pretty low in Metro. Look at this, Rob. That was it. Baby, go back film, baby. If you guys want anything to do with the Bliss got stuff, about 7 guys already came up and got stuff, but if you want one, come see me, I'll give it to you. Otherwise, I have already had some guys ask me to copy these off. I'll give them to you. The Dubbers out there in the hallway, I'll do whatever I can for you. But I appreciate your time. I hope